So, good evening, friends. Welcome back to this CATIA course. So, last class we have seen the concept of the pad. Okay. So, today we'll go for another one option. That is what use of data planes when you require to make the models. Okay. Wait for 2 minutes. I'll be back. So, I think this diagram I have tried conversion of orthographic to isometric in CAMD lab. What I'll do now, we'll go for making of the model. This one, okay. Then it has a certain additional features. That is what you need to make a holes. Okay. So we'll see all those things afterwards. Let us see first. We'll make a model here. So to make the model, so first you need to. So here you need to identify the views. Now let us take. I'll refer this as a front view. Okay. Because it's going to cover maximum portion here. Once you draw this profile, okay, once you draw this visibility profile which is there in the front view, it is going to cover the entire model. Suppose if you selected other views, let us take if you gone for this as a front view. Now what happens here, so you need to separate these blocks here because the thicknesses are variation in this side. If you consider right side as a front view, what will happen? Thickness of this bottom portion is a little bit. It has a certain portions here. Okay. So now it is a you will get a difficulty to make when you selected a wrong view. Now view has to be selected in a such a way that where it can cover the maximum portion. Okay, where it can cover the maximum portion. So let us look out here. Now the maximum portion is here, the hatched one. It's going to cover the entire portion, right? So now all this much a portion, right? I'll draw this much a portion. Okay, I'll go for the CATIA. Okay, now start mechanical. Okay, part design. Now I'll go for directly pad here. Now I'll select front. Okay, I'll select front, sketch, select here front. Now we can directly draw the profile. So as that is available with the dimensions. So now 100, 142. Now this is what 12 and 60 minus 12 and 6. So you have some dimensions. You just cross check the dimensions here. Okay. Now I'll draw the profile. You can just observe here. I'll draw the profile. You just observe. Okay. Now just double click on this profile continuous segment. Now use tab key 0, vertical is 100. Okay. Right. So now you need to provide the angle here. You can provide angle as a 90-degree because it is a vertical. Let's look at bottom side. Okay. 100. Now from this line, I'll go for 12 mm. I'll go for length here, length and okay. Next to check out up to this point you have drawn here. Up to this point you have drawn. Or you have drawn 100, you have drawn 12 mm you have drawn. Now 142 minus 100. This is 142 minus 100. This total height is 42 mm. This total height is 42 mm. Now we will go for the length as 42, angle as a 90. You can use fit option. Okay. Now just look out. Now you have drawn this point here. Now you need to draw this one. What is the distance? Distance is 12. Length is 12. Angle is 0. Now I'll bring back down. Now you need to calculate here total depth. How much total depth you need to get here. Okay. So I think they are not given a reference here. They are not given reference. You need to find out the reference. Now it is 10. It is 10. But let us consider these are in a same line. Let us consider these are the same line. Let us consider these are the same line. Okay. So that means the steps what you have drawn here, what you have drawn, this is the same line. Now that means this is the length is also 42 mm. 42 minus 90 degree. Okay. Next. The gap here it is how much? Overall distance from outer to outer it is 60. Now this much distance is how much? You need to calculate. Let us go for 60 minus 12 minus 6. Now it is 42 mm. 42 mm. Right? Now I'll show the cursor here. Distance is 42. Angle is 0. Okay. Now it is here. Now this distance is 42. 42 angle is 90 degree. Okay. Now distance is 6 mm. Angle is 0. Okay. Now I'll bring back down here. The total length is 42 plus 25. Sorry, you need to check here. Now total is how much? From this point to this point. Now from this point to this point, it is how much? 42 plus 25, it is 67. Okay. Now we have a small groove here. We have a small groove. So we can have the dimensions of this small groove here itself. Otherwise, you can go for cut option afterwards. Now instead of going for cut, now I'll draw that profile here. I think they have not specified the width. Let us take this width as a 12 mm. The groove width. Now depth is 5 mm. We don't know how much depth it is going to cut here. How much depth it is going to cut. Let us take it as a 12 mm. Okay? Right. Now distance is 67 minus 5 minus 6. Right? Minus 90. I'll go for depth as a 12 mm here. Angle as 180. Next I'll go for 5 mm. Okay. Angle as minus 90. Next I'll go for 12 mm here. Angle as 0. Now I'll go for 6 mm. Angle as minus 90. So now let us calculate here how much distance you are going to get. Now this overall thickness is 12 mm. Okay. That means you will get the 60 as a width. 60 as a width, angle is 180. Now come to downside. It is how much? 100 minus 25. Sorry. This is what 100 minus 25. Okay, it has taken wrong. Because they have provided the x coordinate value as well as the length value. It has took some different positions. Sorry. You can drag, you can provide the point here. Okay, you can drag and provide the point here. Otherwise, you just double click this one. So it's going to use some its definitions here. So horizontal is 12. Now you make it as exactly horizontal as a 12. Okay, vertical as a 75. Here you make it as a 0. Okay, then use a line. Okay, you can just join from this point to this point. Now profile is completed. Profile is completed. You just exit here. Now you go for a mirror extent. Check out what is the total depth here. Now total depth of component, it is 60. Now what I done, I have selected here mirror extent here. Mirror extent means from the drawn profile, back side it has to exit, extrude 30 mm. Front side also it has to extrude 30 mm. Now I'll provide if the length as is 60. Preview, okay, preview, and now if you look out the approximate distance, it has taken as a 120 here. It has a taken 120. Look out. That means from the sketch plane, it has a took a distance of 60 mm on both sides. Actual is needed how much? 60 mm, but now it has been 120. So what we'll do, we'll go for here tree manager. Okay, we'll go for tree manager. So now you just double click here. Okay, or you go for uh, open. Okay, definition. Okay, now you provide 30 mm here. Go for preview, then say OK. Right? Now this is what a rough model without the editing options. That is what whole as well as fillet. Whole as well as fillet. Now we can use the modify options here also. We can use modify options here also. Otherwise, you can modify in sketch itself. Otherwise, you can modify in sketch itself. Now let us go for modify options here. Now we need to make a fillet here. That's what corner here, here, as well as here. You need to draw holes also. So let us go for first cutting of hole. So now to cut hole, I'll use a pocket here. Now select the plane on which you want to draw the sketch. Now I'll go for sketch icon here. Now I will select this front face. Okay. Now check out how the orientation has been made. I'll go for cutout on this plane. Okay. Now I'll draw a circle here. Now provide dimensions based on the sketch here. Now it is exactly center from horizontal. Okay. From top it has 12 mm. Okay. Now use dimensions here. Now it has took a quadrant point. We need to go for center point. Dimension, pick this center point, then this edge. Okay. Double click, go for dimensions as a 12. Right. Now from this edge to this, click on dimension. Double click. This has to be 30. Now here, what is the dimension of this circle? That is what whole. Now you can use a whole command directly. We'll study that one as a separate feature. We'll study that one as a separate feature. So now as we're not observing any whole dimensions, let us take the diameter as a 10 mm. Let us take diameter as a 10 mm. Right? Now exit sketcher. Now you show the direction on which side you want to remove the material. Okay? If you make a reverse direction, you just check out, it is showing on a right hand side. But if you need to remove the material on the solid portion, you just reverse it. So maximum thickness is how much you can remove material is 6 mm. Let us go for, I'll go for 8 mm depth. Say preview, then OK. Similarly, I'll go for cut. I'll select this portion. Okay. So I'll go for cut. Now you click on sketch here. Select the surface. Okay. Now the orientation little has been changed here. So you go for wireframe. You go for wireframe. Okay. Otherwise, you go for once again the isometric. Once again isometric. Okay. Now we can draw two circles here. I'll draw two circles. Okay. Now you select one more. You can select both here. Now you go for constraints here. Okay. Constraints. So both radius are to be same. Now check out dimensions. Now diameter has to be 10. This has to be 10. Now we provide horizontal dimensions as well as vertical dimensions. I think it is 15. Okay. It is 15. Now we'll go for dimensions between these two circles. This is 30. 30. Next, what about vertical? From center point to this one. Oh, it has been not selected. This has to be 15. Right? Then exit sketcher. Okay. Now show the direction which side you want to remove. But now material is 12 mm thickness. I'll go for 15 mm here. Preview. Say OK. So we make an solid here. It's gone. Okay. Now I got holes here. Now I got holes. So let us check out if we have an option here. I'm searching for. So I think some toolbars are hidden in my window. Think you have another two options here. Insert is not here. Insert no use. You have some modify commands here. So where you can directly make the fillet here. But here it is showing it as a loaded. Where they have gone. Surface based features is different. Okay. Surface based features is different. Okay, so now it is related to surface. Okay. Entirely surface. No, these are not. Okay, now it is in dress up features. Okay, it is in dress up features. Now you click here. Okay, edge fillet, variable radius fillet. Okay, chordal fillet, face fillet, triangular fillet. So now I'll go for edge fillet here. Now select the edges on which you want to perform the fillet operation. Now provide radius is a 5, go for preview. If it's acceptable, then you say OK. Now that radius has to be 12. Radius has to be 12 on these two corners. Here it has 10. I think here it has an 5. Here also 5 and here also 5. Okay. Now let us modify. In tree, you have radius. Okay. You just double click on definitions. Radius is how much? I'll go for 12. Okay. Next, click on this edge. Now I'll select. Now you go for only minimal. Now this edge, radius 5 preview. Okay. Okay. Then you can hold down the center mouse button, then control. Then you go for again dress up. That is what edge fillet. Provide radius. Then you preview. Accept. Okay. Click here. Now for 3D rotations, first you need to hold center mouse button. Okay. Then you go for clicking the control. Now this corner has to be radius of 10. Now go for edge fillet. Click here. Okay. Now radius is 10. Preview. Okay. Now to get this isometric view, you go for named views. Then you click on isometric. Then you apply. I think you got a idea. So how to make models and how to use the fillet operations today. So you have any queries? You have any queries? So if you have any queries, you just send back. Otherwise, I'll go for one more model if time is possible. Shall I go for one more? Or only one is enough? Okay, I'll go for one more. I'll go for one more. Okay. Wait. Okay. Now, can someone analyze and how we can model this one? So now, in this diagram, I'll go for these two circles, cylindrical portion, and I'll go for reversed L portion here. Okay. So I'll leave this web as well as this core. That means I'm going to make a model. Look out here. Only this much portion. Okay. Now notify dimensions. This internal diameter is how much? It is a 30. Okay. Outer diameter is how much? It is a 90. Right. Now from quadrant point, they have raised this much height is how much? It is 35 here. From quadrant point, its height is 35. Right. Then the center point of this one is how much? It's a 40, and again it has a radius of 40. Okay. That means this portion is 40. Okay. Again it has a radius of 20 mm here. Acha, 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 acha. Now it has an arc. It has a radius of 20 mm. Okay. Now diameter is 40, radius is 20 mm. Okay. Now regarding extrusions, there is water protrusion. This is cylindrical portion is how much? It is 80 mm. Okay. Now this portion is 60 mm. Right? Okay. And I will go for modeling. So I think radius is 60. Yes, radius is 60. Base radius is 60. Right, you are right. Okay. We have considered only top portion. So, but the base circle, it is a conical shape. Now this radius is 60. Okay? That means you will get a radius as a 30. Diameter is a 60. You will get a radius as 30. Okay. I'll go for start mechanical part design. Say okay. So now we'll go for so where it has gone pad. I will select sketch. Now in this case, the visibility is on right hand side. That is means right view. Now visibility, clear visibility is on. Here it is a right side view. Okay. So now I will select a side plane here. Now I will select this one. What I'll do, first I'll draw a circle, okay, of diameter 90. I'll exit. Now I'll go for symmetry. Now what is the overall length? Overall length is 80. That means protrusion length on one side, it is a 40 mm. Okay, right? Again, I'll go for pad. Now I will select this side plane. For sketch, I will select here side plane. Okay. Now from this quadrant point, I'll just draw one line here. Otherwise, I'll just a line. You just observe here. Earlier case, I have gone for drawing the sketch as per dimensions. But in this case, I am going rough sketch. Then I am giving dimensions. Clear? You can do exact with dimensions. Okay. Otherwise, you first draw a rough sketch. Otherwise, you can draw a rough sketch. Now, in this case, they are not given thickness. Thickness now it will take automatic. Once you provided the 40 plus 30 length, okay, it will take automatic. Okay, I'll just delete these dimensions. Now this is what 40 plus 30. Now thickness is how much? 20 mm. They need to provide thickness of this one. I don't know. They are not specified. So let us take it as thickness as a 20 mm. Thickness as a 20 mm. Right. Now I'll exit. Okay. Now the total width is how much here? 60. Now I'll go for 30. Okay. Mirror extent. Preview. Okay. You just observe here. Now the plane what you selected, it has become wrong. It has become wrong. Okay. Because at the selection time, so what happens? So it will take some rotations here. It will take some rotations. Okay. Actually, we need to draw on this side. We have drawn on this side. Anyway, you can just try. You can just try afterwards. Okay, now I'll go for the edge fillet here. Now I'll select this edge as well as this edge. I'll provide radius as a 30. Then I'll go for cut. Okay, that is what bokeh. I'll select this sketch as this plane. Okay, now I'll draw a circle here. I'll draw a circle with the diameter as a 30. I will exit. Okay, exit. Now just look out here. Now total length is 80 mm. Preview. Okay. I think you got idea. So differentiation of the thickness using the pad command. So I'll stop here. If you have any queries, you just put in a chat box. Well, back 2 minutes. Okay, shall I close as you have no queries? Okay. So tomorrow we'll go for another models where you can get new features. Okay. We'll go for the same. We'll continue with the same model. So where you can use the option as an shaft. Okay. You can get the option as a shaft. Right. Okay. Shall I stop here? Sir, how to continuously trim the elements by selecting the option only one time? You just double click. You just double click. It's going to be shown as a highlighted. Okay. Then you can trim. Okay. You can trim continuously. No problem. So initially you'll get some difficulty as you go on making practice. So you can understand. Okay. Okay.